Hello and welcome to this O&DR Modurol video, Jaguar XKR 400 Special Edition, full specs and options. This is video 170 in our series of XK8 videos. In this video we're going to take a look at this particular special edition, the 400, but it is part of a series of videos that we're doing that cover all the factory, dealer, aftermarket and corporate special editions that were made for the XK8 and XKR X100 model from 1996 right through to the end of production in 2005. Okay, so we're going to show you 10 facts about the 400. I'd like to make a point to thank Mark Elliot from XKEC, XK Enthusiast Club, for sharing the 400 brochure with us. Thanks very much for that, Mark. This is actually the reason I've re-recorded this video together with this additional information Mark provided. If you're interested, the brochure reference number is JLM 10/02/22/04, and apparently it's extremely rare. I wasn't able to get hold of it, and luckily Mark had a copy he was able to share with us. Okay, so this special edition was made available in the end of 2003. There's a letter here from the marketing director at the time, Ian Major. Okay, so fact number one, there are only 100 UK cars. Sorry for those of you outside of the UK, this is a UK only special edition. Please stay tuned because it's still of interest. There were 60 coupes retailing at £59,950 on the road in 2003. Obviously, they're model year 2004 cars. There was also 40 convertibles making up the round 100 number. They retailed at a slightly more expensive £66,600 on the road, plus options, which I'll come into later. This was actually the obviously model year 2004. If you've seen my model year video, there should be a link to the top right hand corner of all the model year changes. This was in fact the first instance of the removal of the side stripes on the car, or the protection strips along the centre of the car. Thanks for Christian, a fellow enthusiast, for reminding me about that. Number two then, they were all 4.2 litre XKRs. So they all had the AJ34 4.2 litre V8 supercharged engine, putting out 400 bhp. Obviously that was available from model year 2003, hence the name 400 special edition, to celebrate the fact. They were all linked, all the 4.2 litre engines are linked to the ZF 6-speed transmission, including the XK8 from model year 2003. Number three then, there are 3 colours available in this special edition, which makes it a little bit interesting because there are only 300 cars available, and they're available in 3 colours. I'm not sure what proportions they are, but the colours were midnight black, reference letters are PEF, or paint code PEF, slate grey, paint reference LHL, and platinum silver, reference MDZ. Okay, number 4 then, they all had Montreal wheels. They all had these 20-inch BBS Montreal 9-spoke staggered split rim alloys, 2-piece alloys. These were actually already used on the 100 special edition, but they were carried forward to this because they look quite nice. I'm not sure whether Jaguar needed to shift them as well. Number 5 then, they all had red calipers. So all the cars had these Brembo 4-pot calipers with cross-drilled discs. From model year 2003 onwards, all XKRs had Brembo brakes, but in order to differentiate the special edition, these were coloured red to sort of differentiate the special edition, if you would. Number 6 then, they all had black interiors. So all this 400s have black interiors. They all had black piano black veneers and a black leather R Sport steering wheel. This was actually the first introduction of piano black for the veneer. It was available later on premium cars, but this was the first instance of its use, so it's not particularly unique. but it was the first introduction. They all had premium Alpine audio system. That's 9 speakers for the coupe and 8 speakers for the convertible. They all had the black Monmore gear knob with the R Performance etching along the collar there, as was used on the X100, sorry, the 100 Special Edition. And what's interesting with this enthusiast photograph that I've found is you can see the even the piano black is slightly bleached on the left hand side there with the sun, so none of these dark veneers fare very well in the sun. They all had aluminium dial rings. I think that had started to become standard on cars anyway about that time, but they also had the aluminium drilled pedals and the gear shifts around, which was extras. Number 7 then, they all had half leather seats. Now this is a really unique feature. It was not used, so they all had warm charcoal leather sport seats with Alcantara central inserts. They're not Recaro seats as was used on the 100 Special Edition. They are the standard Jaguar sport seats. What is unique about this is half leather hadn't been used since about circa year 2000. This being a 2003 car, it had not been used for a few years, so this is quite unique, and I don't think it was used afterwards either. And they're also the same in the rear of the convertible too. Number 8 then, there are lots of options. Now this is quite surprising. Most of the special editions up to this point were fully laden with all the options available, or most of them. This particular one, albeit it has £5,960 worth of options included, there's still £6,390 not standard, including adaptive cruise control, air filtration, electrochromic rear view compass mirror, a first aid kit, handling pack. Now that was interesting. I thought this was actually standard on the 400, but the handling pack, coupe only, was an option, so you did have to pay extra for that. Sat nav was an option, so you can find them in theory with the 3 dials, which is preferential for most enthusiasts. The telephone was an option too, which not many people are interested in now, and a warning triangle, so that adds up to £6,000 and more. Number 9 then, there's no 400 branding on the cars. So there's no 400 branding on the car, i.e. there's no special airbag decals. The sill plates had decals on the Silverstone and the 100, and also had special bonnet badging. In this particular case, the 400 didn't have any of that. It's fairly standard, it had the same as the model year of the time. I did find a car routing through the internet that did have some Motorsport Limited Edition stickers or labels on the engine and the interior. I'm not sure if this was unique to this particular car or unique to the Special Edition. If you do know one way or the other, please contact the channel. Due to its low numbers, I think this might have been why there wasn't a lot of branding on the car. The X400 edition was built in response to dealers' orders, and the dealers could only take a maximum of 5 cars each, so maybe it didn't warrant the branding. Number 10 then, the detailed specs. So we've got some extracts from the brochure, just to put them in the video. I'm not going to read through all this. I put them in there more of a reference. Anybody wants to look at them. This is a standard equipment list, and obviously the optional extra list with extra costs. Here you got the paint colour guide, which is very limited, and the interior, obviously there's only one option. Okay, I'd like to thank again Mark Elliot and the XKEC. And if you're interested, you need to contact Mark. If you've got an XKR 400, he will like to add it to his register. I think he's got over 30 cars registered at the moment. Obviously, he wants to get to 100. Next video we're going to be featuring is the carbon fibre. I've been able to lay my hands on a brochure of that, so I'm very confident to try and do that video. You might have noticed I've skipped the portfolio. That's a US only variant. I'm looking for help with that. So if you have any brochures over my friends in the US, please forward some pictures to me. And if you could help me out, I'd be much appreciated. We would like to feature your special X100. If you got a modified car or a special edition car, I really would like photographs and specs. That's the sort of thing we're interested in. Please contact the channel either through the comments or through our email address, which is linked on our channel page. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video and you find it interesting. We've got a lot more videos on our channels. Please like, comment, share and subscribe for more XK8 videos.